Hi guys, welcome to my channel Rum and Rhubarb. I'm Dee and today we're going to do an allotment and garden tour. It's going to be a long video guys, so get your snacks. Today is Bank Holiday Monday in the UK, so have a happy Bank Holiday if you're here in the UK, and let's get this video going. We're going to start with the inside of the polytunnel because it's really hot in here. So first up we have the tomatoes, and we did a bit of harvesting yesterday, but clearly we have some more. So this is what we think is a brandywine yellow. Oh, hang on, gosh, get out. If you know what I'm doing, you'd scream. There's a slug who's decided to come. Oh, gross. Get off. We're gonna have to harvest this, I'm afraid. Hang on, we'll do it in a minute. This is a brandywine yellow with a slug that's decided to get up. Yuck. Get up in it. So, and we have another one here. This is brandywine, what I think is a brandywine yellow. Got loads on this tree. This is from the packet that I don't know. I don't know what's in the packet because it's a mixed packet. And we have another one. I don't know. I don't see any tomatoes on it yet. It's a big old tree taking up a lot of space, but no tomatoes. Let me see if I see any. Actually, I don't. Just noticed that there's a lot of blossoms, but I can't see any tomatoes on this tree. I'm gonna de-leaf it in a minute. This I think is, not quite sure what this is because I don't see anything yet. This I thought was a zebra, but it's either it is a zebra or a tigerella. I think there's another one called tigerella. It has tomatoes on it. I've harvested a couple of times. Right in there is the Casper aubergines. I think this is falling down. This is another tomato, and behind it I harvested some yellow beans. I'm gonna go back and do some more harvest of yellow beans. Those are those over there, and I see I have some peppers all the way at the back. I'll be looking to see what those are. This is another aubergine plant. I don't know which aubergine it is, and not quite sure which tomato this is. This is another tomato plant. Don't know which one it is. It's got a massive tomato on it, and I don't want to mess with it. No, this is the cucuzza, and we'll talk more about this later. As a matter of fact, we're going to harvest because we don't want it getting too big. So I planted these in the beginning of June, and now I'm harvesting at the end of August, which is very good. They grow really fast. I think they say it's 2 inches a day, so this is good. I'll talk about them later. So I'm gonna try and get past, so do bear with me because it's blocked the arm. Guys, I had to gingerly pass the cucuzza. This is another tomato tree, which I don't see too many tomatoes. Oh, that's the one with the other one. This is got a couple of tomatoes on. I don't know. This is one of the ones I don't know what it is. This is the Friends aubergine behind here. And I think we got some peppers, some chocolate peppers, which I keep harvesting. I'm going to have to get some more. That's the Armenian cucumbers that I have, along with some more tomatoes. I'm gonna check the Armenian cucumbers to see how they're getting along. I'm not gonna do it now, probably check them at a later date. But I have cucuzzas coming over here, which I'll talk about later. This is the sorghum, which is doing really well. I'm especially happy with this short one that's growing here because I'm definitely gonna, they look plump, so I'm gonna save these seeds for sure, especially since they're short. The cucuzza, loads of pretty flowers. The sweet potato, The ginger, I still don't see any ginger growing. Let me see. Yeah, here's the ginger. Here's a ginger growing back. We have peppers over there that I can't get to. Tomatoes over there that I can't get to. I don't see any. I hope I'm not moving the cameras too much. I don't see any ripe peppers for the lemon dream. This is the brandywine pink, and you have brandywine pink tomatoes coming through. So this is the brandywine pink here. I need to remember to save the seeds. This is the cucuzza, and then you have the cordebu. I think that's the cordebu tree. And I'm gonna squeeze back again, guys, so do bear with me. Okay guys, we're back on the safe side. We have some peppers in there. Not quite sure what peppers we have. The check early, aubergine here, and we have some check early. I've got to be careful. We have some check early aubergines, which is great. That's great to see. We have the Borghese. Gonna have to harvest those before I leave. And got quite a few Borghese. We have Cubanelle pepper, which is putting on some peppers, which is great. And we have the sweet cherry pepper. And then we have some more tomato plants. And then we have a Tabasco, which is doing really well. We have some Chinese cabbage and some filderkraut. We have the cayenne orange, which I still don't know what's going on with it. We've got another pepper on the back. I don't know which one is. And then we have more tomatoes. And of course, we have another beautiful aubergine plant, which I think is Bianca. I think this one's a Bianca. We have a Gandia. We have a Casper. I think this one's a Bianca. So guys, this is the polytunnel tour. We're gonna do some harvesting, especially of the cucuzza. We're gonna do that in a separate video. And then we're gonna go outside and see what. It's not a lot outside, and more of the things are inside the polytunnel, which I will not grow tomatoes in. This will be a fine lesson to me. No more tomatoes in the polytunnel, because I did a really good cut back the other day, and this is what I'm saying. When I cut it back, it just continues to shoot. Yeah, so no more tomatoes in the polytunnel. So we're gonna go outside now, guys, and see what it is, and then we're gonna come back and do some harvesting, which I'll post in a separate video. So let's head outside where it's a lot cooler. Okay guys, I'm actually excited to show you this. These are some chioggia seeds that I saved and planted them. I didn't think they'd be successful because the seeds look like they were rotting, but look, we have chioggia beetroot, and I'm super excited. Yeah, I didn't think they were gonna germinate because the seeds looked like they were rotting, but they are germinating. And yes, I know it's not a good idea to plant beetroot near chard because they can cross-pollinate. They're in the same family, but I'm super happy to see these, and yeah, very happy to see these. So let's put this over it so that the birds don't try to scratch it out. We have our comfort patch that is looking very nice. I'm gonna harvest some more leaves and put them in the bucket so that they can make seaweed and comfort tea. So yeah, nice to see how well they're growing. We also have a chard which is near the beetroot. We also have a chard growing nicely. I'm very pleased, and when I get my stuff for the birds set up, these are gonna remain here so that if they want, they can pick it. And I'm gonna put brassicas Obviously I can eat it as well, but you know, it'd be nice for the birds to go and hide in here. So very pleased the way they're coming up. Lots more still germinating, so that's great. So that's the patch of chard that I planted for the birds, and as well I can eat them. So this is the little pumpkin patch. I didn't put the video up yet. I did use a strimmer to come and cut a lot of the weeds that were growing. I need to come and do it again, especially after the rain that we're gonna have tomorrow. But I had to be careful because I didn't want to, obviously I can't use the strimmer with the I think these are called yarrow, with the yarrow growing, so I had to leave it alone. So this is Galerdicines, which has not produced one female flower. I haven't seen one female flower for the Galerdicines. Very disappointed. This is the blue curry that produced one fruit here. It's looking like it's gonna be ready now. I know it's got the powdery mildew on it or something else, but it looks like it's gonna be ready because these don't get big, so I'm gonna leave it for as long as possible. This is the pea bean, and I've left some for seed. These are marked for seed, so I'm gonna harvest those marked for seed. The sunflowers. This is the Triumph Violetta. I've taken some for seed already. This also is the Muscovado Provence, and these get very big. Look like I've got two here. Yeah, these get very big. Muscovado Provence are like they look like the pumpkins that they use in Cinderella's story. So I'm glad to see, and it looks like it's not as affected by the powdery mildew. This is a blue Hubbard. I can see, but you can't. That's the blue Hubbard. I have two here, and I think there's a third one somewhere, but I have at home. So this is the yard-long bean. Some of them, they're not filled with beans. They tend to be just filled with one bean or whatever. For some reason, they're not all, it's not all beans in here. And yes, that's blue Hubbard and yard-long bean. This is the Greek Gigantes. I'm just surprised it's got so many on it. Really, so it's got a lot of. The first time I grew it didn't have any on it. I've already harvested. These you allow to dry. They look like green beans, but they're not. You allow them to dry. They're like a form of butter beans. We also have the Chioggia. I'm just gonna leave these alone because it looks like we got one here, and I think there's another one coming up somewhere. I'll just leave them alone. Can't see the other one. Oh, there's the other one. Got another one here. Yeah. And we had we still have them. We have the what you call it? The loofah, which didn't yeah, it's not gonna do anything this year. So yeah, so that is it. Got quite a few things that we're hoping will survive the well, there's another Chioggia. I'm gonna have to leave all this until I harvest these because it's another Chioggia. I'm gonna have to leave all this until they're harvested before I put up the planters, but yeah, so they're doing okay so far. Just trying to mind the powdery mildew. Okay guys, so let's head back into the polytunnel. Okay guys, we're back into the polytunnel. We're gonna do some harvesting. We're gonna put that on a separate video. I want to thank you very much for watching my video for the allotment tour. I'm gonna go home and do the garden tour, and I'm gonna go ahead and do another video for the harvesting in the polytunnel. Guys, thanks for watching as usual, and take care. Okay guys, we're back home. I've had my breakfast. We're going to do the garden tour, so we'll start on this side and then we'll go around and come back as per usual. So this is the August 2025 bank holiday garden tour. So let's start here with the cuttings that look like they're doing well. These are roses and bay. This is a bay plant, and these are some figs that seem to be, one isn't making it but the others look like they could make it, and obviously the bay didn't make it. So these are some spinach that for seeds. This is the tatsoi. These are the kales that we planted that we didn't water and were drying out, but we watered them now. This is the alpine strawberry, which seems to have a lot of strawberries this time, but I need to change it from here. The blueberries are finished. The beans are coming back up, but I'll keep these for seeds. The sunflower is looking gorgeous as usual. This tree is an opal plum, and it's got a disease. I don't know which disease. I think they say it's gummiosis. I've sprayed it with antifungal spray. See, it's got a lot of gum coming out. Sprayed it with antifungal. I don't see anything in it, but it suffered from aphids really badly. I've sprayed them, and yeah, it's going through it basically. So we're hoping. I see it's got gum on here as well. I don't know, it's not doing too well. They didn't have any flower or fruit this year, so we're not sure. This is the other plum tree. I'm not gonna touch it. This is the Claude, the Rains, Woolins, whatever. I'm not gonna touch it because the other one has disease. This is the peach that I grew from pip, looking very good. This is the fig that I grew from cuttings loaded with figs. This is the grape that I bought at Asda, which is dying back. I'm gonna move it. These are the strawberries that I need to pot up because they're sending out runners. That's the other blueberries. This is just a tub with brassicas that I will need to clear up. This is a cherry dwarf. Gonna not touch it really. This is dwarf cherry we got from Lidl. That is the gooseberry behind it, and fig also loaded with figs. Cuttings that I had. This is the other cherry tree. This is the Hidelfinger cherry tree. This is the other fig cut that I had from cuttings loaded with figs. This, I don't talk a lot about this. This is the walking onions, and this is garlic chives. These are the bulbs for the walking onions that I planted that are now sprouting. I need to do some of these for my neighbor, and I need to plant the rest of these. Let's plant some of these. So this is that's the walking onion. It's re-sprouting. You get two harvests. They split at the bottom like a Welsh onion, and they send out bulbils at the top. You plant the bulbils, you get more walking onions, and they split at the bottom, you get more walking onions. There are loads of videos. These are the bulbils. So they come up at the tip of the walking onions when you when you grow them. These are garlic chives, the bigger ones. This is some regular chives, star chives. This is Ishikura bunching onions, producing seeds, but they're, oh, oh no, they're here behind the potatoes. And those are the cara potatoes going to flour. We have some more walking onions in here, which are coming through. This is our Tokyo Becania, which we need to transplant. This is supposed to have lavender, but I don't think it does, so I'm gonna get rid of it or plant something else. This is more walking onions. You can barely see them, but they're sprouting again. This is another gooseberry plant, just grown very quickly. These are, this is a scorzonera flowering here, but we have salsify in here. They are similar, but they're not the same. So this is a scorzonera that's flowering. We had one flowering earlier, but it did not produce any seeds because it wasn't pollinated, but we seem to gonna get a lot of seeds from this scorzonera plant. And we have another one that's coming up, I think, but this is the other cherry tree. This is the raspberries. Up here we have Utah jazz onions that needs weeding. We have beets and I think carrots in here. We have more beets and carrots in here. We have onions and pasta and I think Utah jazz. We have Walla Walla, I think this is. We have had what seems to be a cabbage growing and red and pasta. We're harvesting bit by bit from these onions, but we also planted some more onions. This is Lyria, which is Spanish onion. This is Carmen, which is a red onion. Down here we have Barbosa, which is another Spanish. This is Tunda Masuna. This is Stuttgart Giant, Shenshu yellow in these ones. And that is more Tunda Masuna in that one. So we got onions all along here. This is I was gonna say dill, but it's not dill. I'll tell you what that is in a minute. That's more pasta onions. Asparagus, that's it. So this is an asparagus. I think one seed germinated. One seed is enough, that's fine. And here we have more onions. This is the red and pasta seeds that are coming up just now, which is good. This is some Walla Walla that's just coming up. This was some old Walla Walla that I planted, and this is some Utah jazz that I can't wait to start germinate. Maybe one or two seeds, but they don't seem to do well, so we brought them out here to get some sunshine. This is leeks. That's it, muscle bar. This is leeks Solil the blue. Of course, this is our chard or beets, which shouldn't be mixed together, carrots, and our lovely stevia plant, which I'm so happy. We might harvest some and try some today, some stevia. I think I told you the story. I didn't actually plant this stevia. It's a volunteer, and if you know how hard stevia is to grow, you will know how surprising that is. We have some parsnips down the side. We'll see if they survive. I'm gonna step away from this bee. We have our cucurbits in here. There's a few. We have a big one down the bottom there, right by the side. I don't know if you can see it. There it is right there. We're not doing too well for the other things because it's got mold, powdery mildew. We have our blue hubbard doing much better than the ones on the allotment. I think it's the fact that they're being grown in ground, and this one is in a very rich planter. It's getting a lot of nutrients. We've got our tomatoes. I have to harvest again. Borgies, black from Tula, old German over here. We have some creeping onions, creeping thyme, and some Yakuna Tatsai Savoy. We have another alpine strawberry. Got some things to dry here, and we've got more tomatoes. Here we have nettle and lemon balm, lemon drop, which is hot, shishito, which is not hot, and another pepper which I don't know. I think this might be facing heaven, but I'm not sure. We still have some beans in here which we need to harvest those. We have a big old parsley. We have tobacco. Yeah, we have tobacco. This entire thing is tobacco. And we have some more. We're gonna see how this goes. This is kohlrabi. We have more tomatoes here and sorghum. I think the sorghum is about to pop, which is interesting because it's now August. Last time we planted this, it took forever, but we've got a mix of tomatoes down here. Got some big ones actually. See, there's some big ones, some nice big ones coming up. Can't wait for them to ripen. Some nice big ones here. See, we got some hidden. Got some here as well. This is black from Tula. Right. This is a black from Tula tomato. It's a volunteer. I just left it. Carrots in the same bag. More tomatoes falling down. This is where I've planted some Hamburg root. Right, so this is the other gooseberry. This is where I planted my greens, and a few herbs have popped up. So a few things in here: cabbages and lettuce, and I planted quite a bit of stuff. These I think are, what's the thing called again? Quarantino. But I can't remember the name of them. I'll put the name. That was just Quarantino. We've got a lot of spinach in here. We planted a lot of lettuce in here. There's a lot of kale in here. Cabbages in here. So this, I believe, is perpetual spinach. A lot of kale, a lot of spinach. This is what I call my salad bowl. So, you know, I didn't cover it fast enough, and we had some caterpillars come under here and demolish it. So, learning lesson. Let's cover that back up. We have our color molding, and we have some volunteer. We have, this is a endive. We've got our poppy, we've got our lemon balm, we've got weeds, and we've got more Italian giant. And we have our chard again, our herbs, which look a little sad for wear: parsley, lemon balm, mint, oregano, coriander, parsley, thyme, star chives, pansy, and all the kales that brassicas, not just kales, brassicas that we're growing that we need to transplant. Hi guys, so we're around the front and we're looking at our beautiful Violetta de Firenze aubergine. I think it's a Violetta de Firenze. It's doing pretty well here. We also have some shishito peppers and calico peppers, which shouldn't be at the back. We'll note that for next year. Yeah, we may have some Firenze. One looks like it's been pollinated there, so which is great. We're really pleased with how it's going outside of a polytunnel, so that's good. So peppers, aubergines, and I think we have some greens that we planted. So we had some bicolor callaloo, that's another calico, but we also have some bicolor callaloo, which I thought would do better. I'm surprised about the bicolor callaloo, but that's one planter. This is the other planter. Also the sunflower is looking gorgeous. That chocolate, I think it's velvet chocolate sunflower, absolutely gorgeous. We also have some serrano peppers, I think, which are covered in aphids, Welsh onions, courgette, and beans in this planter with some more calico peppers. We're not going to plant beans in there. Those are runner beans. Not runner beans, they're climbing beans. Look how gorgeous that is. That's so pretty. I'm definitely going to save the seeds. Such a beautiful sunflower. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, that's a definite saved seeds. We have in the border or salvia, comfrey, white borage covered in powdery mildew. Oh, I don't know. And we have some regular sage as well there. Hyssop, the old brassicas, lavender at the back, blue borage, and some more salvia, and our rosemary at the front. Salvia smells amazing. So that's the front garden, you guys. Okay guys, so that is our August 2025 garden and allotment tour. I think this video might be long. You might need to grab some snacks, but I want to thank you very much for watching, and as always, take care.